Hello guys, in my previous video we have discussed about S block element. So today we shall discuss about P block element, D block element and F block element in this video. Okay, and along with that we shall also discuss the general properties of these three block element, that is the properties of P block element, properties of D block element and properties of F block element. Okay, so let us start. And if you don't know about S block element, then please you will watch my previous video where we have discussed about S block element and the properties of S block element. Okay, I shall provide you the link of that video in description box of this video. Okay, you will please watch. Okay, so now let us start. Before that, if you are new on my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification when I shall upload my new video. Okay, so now let us begin. What is P block element, D block element and F block element? Okay, now you see what is P block elements. Okay, so you see elements in which the last electron enter the any one of p orbital of their respective outermost shell are called P block element. Okay, that is the elements which last electron. Okay, last electron means the valence electron. Okay, as I have already told you in my previous video. Okay, so the last electron of any element if enters the any one of p orbitals, that is there are 3 p orbitals. Okay, so if the valence electron of any element enter any one of them p orbital, then that element is called P block element. Okay, so this is the definition of P block element. Okay, if the valence electron or last electron of any element enters the any one of p orbital, that is in any one of p orbital, then that element is called P block element. Okay, so now you see it include group 13 to 18 excluding helium. Why it is written excluding helium? Because we have studied in previous video that this helium is S block element because the valence electron of helium enters the s orbital, so that's why helium is S block element. So here we have to exclude this helium. Okay, helium is present in group 18. Okay, but we have to still exclude this helium because this helium is S block element. Okay, so the group 13 to group 18 is P block element. Okay, their general outermost electronic configuration is this one. So the outermost electronic configuration of P block element is this one, where this n is the period number, or you can say the principal quantum number. Okay, and this s is the subshell and this p is also the subshell. Okay, so now if you see in the periodic table, then this group 13 to group 18 is the P block element. Okay, you see here already written in the book. Okay, so this group 13 to group 18 is P block element. Okay, excluding helium, because here the last electron enters in s orbital. So that's why we have to exclude this helium from p block element. Okay, so now if we take any one element from group 13 to group 18, then the last electron of that element will enters p block, p orbital. Okay, and that's why that element will be called p block element. Okay, now let us take one example. That is, let us take one element from this group 13 to group 18. If we take this one, boron. Okay, let me take boron. The atomic number of boron is 5. So let me write the electronic configuration of boron. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Okay, this one the electronic configuration, and this is the valence electron of boron. And you see the valence electron of boron enters the p orbitals, this one. Okay, and this is the outermost electronic configuration of boron, that is p block element. Okay, so that's why this boron is p block element. Okay, similarly, if we take any element from group 13 to group 18, then the valence electron will enter in p block element, and that's why that element will be called p block element. Okay, now come to the general properties of p block element. Okay, so you see, number one property is they are not good conductor of hidden electricity. Okay, that is the p block elements are bad conductor of hidden electricity. Okay, means hidden electricity cannot pass through the p block element. Okay, this is the number one property. Now number two property is that they form mostly covalent compound. Okay, that is the p block elements form covalent compound only, they do not form ionic compound. Okay, and they form covalent compound by sharing electron. Okay, so this is the number 2 point. And number 3 property is that their ionization enthalpies are relatively higher, that is their ionization energy is higher than s block element. Okay, this is the number 3 property. Okay, now number 4th one is their oxidizing character increases from left to right in a period, and reducing character increases from top to bottom in a group. Okay, that is their oxidizing character increases from left to right. If we move from left to right in group 13 to group 18, then the oxidizing character increases, and if we move from top to bottom, that is, if you see in the periodic table, then from top to bottom, that is from boron to here, this element. Okay, if we move from boron to this element, then reducing character increases. Okay, and if we move from boron to this neon, then oxidizing character increases in this way, and reducing character increases from boron to this element, that is in this way, top to bottom. Okay, this is the number 4th property of p block element. Okay, now come to the d block element. What is d block element? Okay, so you see, d block element, elements in which the last electron enter the any one of the d orbital of their respective outermost shell are called d block element. Okay, that is the elements in which the last electron, that is the valence electron, enters if any one of d orbital, then that element will be called d block element. Okay, that is there are 5 d orbitals. So if the valence electron of any element enters any one of them d orbital, then that element will be called d block element. Okay, so this is the definition of d block element. Now you see, it include group 13 to group 12, that is from group 13 to group 12 is d block element. Okay, and their outermost electronic configuration is this one. Okay, n minus 1 d 1 to 10, ns 0 to 2, that is this n is period number. If here the period number is 5, okay, that is the value of n is 5 here, then the value of n here will be, that is this term will become 4 because we have to subtract 1. Okay, so if here 5s is there, then here 4d will be. Okay, so now let us take one example. That is, now let me take one element from group 3 to group 12. Okay, if you see in the periodic table, then this group 3 to group 12 is the d block element. Okay, and d block element is also called the transition elements. Okay, so now let me take one element from this group 3 to group 12. Okay, if we take this scandium as an example. Okay, scandium, atomic number of scandium is 21. Okay, then the electronic configuration will be argon 3d1 4s2, that is this is the noble gas configuration and this is the valence electron configuration. Okay, okay, so now see the valence electron enters the d orbitals also. Okay, so that's why this scandium is d block element. Okay, now come to the general properties of d block element. Okay, so you see the general properties of d block element. Number one property is they are good conductors of heat and electricity, that is heat and electricity can pass through this d block element. Okay, so that's why d block elements are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, now number two properties is they show variable oxidation state, that is d block elements show variable oxidation state. Okay, that is some elements can show +2, +3, +4. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is the number two properties. Now number three property is that they form both ionic and covalent compound. Okay, that is d block elements can form ionic and covalent compound. Okay, in p block element they only form covalent compound, they do not form ionic compound, but d block element form both ionic and covalent compound. Okay, so this is the number three property. And number fourth one is their compounds are generally colored and paramagnetic. Okay, that is if we heat this d block element, then they impart color in their flame. Okay, and also they are paramagnetic, that is d block elements have unpaired electron. Okay, that's why they are paramagnetic. Okay, so this is the number 4 property of d block element. Okay, now come to the f block element. What is f block element? Okay, so you see f block element in which the last electron enter the any one of f orbital of their respective outermost shell are called f block element. Okay, that is the element which last electron, that is the valence electron, enters the any one of f orbital, then that element will be called f block element. Okay, so this f block element include group two series, that is lanthanoids and actinoids, and lanthanoids include the elements from atomic number 58 to atomic number 71. Okay, and these actinoids include from the element with atomic number 90 to atomic number 103. Okay, these two group, that is this two series, include F block element. Okay, and their outermost electronic configuration is this one. Okay, the outermost electronic configuration of F block element is this one. Okay, now if you see in the periodic table, then these two series, that is this one, 4F series and 5F series, these two are lanthanoids and actinoids. Okay, so if we take any element from these two series, then their valence electron will enters in F orbital. Okay, that's why the elements of these two series is F block element. Okay, so now come to the properties of F block element. So you see general properties of F block element. Okay, number one property is they have generally high melting and boiling point. That is, the F block elements have high melting and boiling point. Okay, this is the number one property. And number two property is they show variable oxidation states. Okay, like D block element, this F block element also show variable oxidation states. Okay, that is they can show +1, +2, +3, 0 also. Okay, that is they show variable oxidation state. This is the number two property. And number three property is that their compounds are generally colored. Okay, like D block element, this F block element also are colored compounds. Okay, that is if we heat F block element, then they impart color in their flame. Okay, so this is also the property of F block element. Now the last property of F block element is that most of the actinoids compounds are radioactive. Okay, so in 5F series, that is in lanthanoid in actinoid series, the elements are radioactive. Okay, so the elements of actinoid series are radioactive. Okay, so this is also the property of F block element. Okay, so these are the properties of F block element. I think P block element, D block element and F block element is clear, and also the properties of P block element, D block element and F block element. Okay, so see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.